Okay guys, here I am because I'm like clinically insane probably, but anyway, I'm walking Mr. Fantastic and Asher and Daisy right now, and I'll let Mr. Fantastic down but just for a second because he's bugging Asher. Good boy, Ash. Asher's been such an angel with the puppies. And Daisy's been way better. She was playing with him outside, but she wants to kill him inside the fence. And I mean, I'm almost 100% positive that's because of that moronic neighbor. So again, you guys, I'm going to go up this huge hill, which you can't really appreciate. The video just doesn't do its service, just like it always makes the puppies look so big. And then when people come to see them, they can't believe how small they are. Anyway, come on, guys. You can kind of get a sense next to Asher. But anyway, I want to talk for a minute since you guys appreciate me being real, which I'm so grateful for. I think that's why YouTube is falling in to be one of my favorite places and a great place to get puppies, because I am just with nothing genuine, and so I do sometimes speak way too much, which is again why I am pretty grateful that I don't think anyone at work, even my friends, might not know of this channel, and I want to keep it that way. Come on, Ash. But what I want to talk about is the lesson I learned now with this. First of all, I'm super grateful for the people who are getting Mr. Fantastic because they're great people, and I didn't expect it to work so quickly, and I thought I might have him for almost 4 months. Likewise, I thought that with Doreen, and of course she's gone to the most fantastic home as well. But so I'm going to be breathless here. Anyway, what happened though is my learning lesson in this is that never again will I do this if I am going to have to keep 1 or 2 puppies, which has never happened to me before, but I've heard from a ton of breeders this time. Well, the few that I talked to, like 3 or 4 that are asking for referrals, which I will give them, except Rose is also hopefully going to have the Rose and Asher puppies if that worked out. I always am less confident when it's AI, but hopefully it worked out, because I know a lot of people want those puppies. Oh, sorry, I hear good boy Ash. He's see what an angel he is. Good boy. And now he doesn't even want to walk. I'm going to grab Mr. Fantastic now. There, Ashy, I got him, bud. Go ahead. Wait a minute, bud. So now Asher's behind my legs. This is just so difficult, and that's exactly where my point is. Come on, guys. Is what I learned from this is because of the logistics, the people getting Mr. Fantastic was short notice, so they couldn't come till this weekend, but I'll never allow that again. It will be either asking the people to come much earlier, which I didn't even think to really do, or I would have held Doreen longer, which I don't necessarily think is great for puppies, but I also, having 1 puppy right now proves, for one thing, that I could never have kept 6 dogs and given the kind of attention I believe in to give puppies. Of course, that might be overkill too, which is why Daisy's so spoiled, but I believe puppies, when you keep them, you need to be intense on it. You can't have many major other things in your life. It is almost like raising kids. I mean, not that extreme, because they need some alone time, but what they can't have is a lot of alone time, and I'm certain that that's exactly what most breeders do is, so yeah, I would have had him and Doreen, because it's harder now than it was with 5 puppies. It's not as bad as with 9, but it's harder, and it's been brutal, and it's going to be 10 days of him alone, yet I'm treating him like he's part of our family, so I have him out of the pen all the time, so that means things are getting chewed, my feet are getting chewed, I'm getting nothing done, and I honestly have a lot to get done. So anyone listening to this, your AKC registrations are definitely not happening for at least probably Wednesday. I'll do those if I can, because I'm fortunate enough this week I'm only working 2 days, and I'm going to keep with that, but again, I'll be basically raising a puppy in that time. So most breeders I know, that, you know, it's sad, but it's certainly even ones I would call really good people, but larger scale, they just have their whole thing set up with kennels and kennel runs, and that's what's so great about the breeder, the very rare one that you would find, like myself, honestly. And I mean, now this may sound braggy, but I don't care, it's true. And that's, next time, believe me, anyone thinks this was expensive for the puppies, I'm just going to go higher, because it's just brutal to do it right. But I also feel I've heard from so many of the puppy owners already that almost nobody I even think had an accident in the house. The puppies seem so intelligent that people can't get over it, that kind of thing. But yeah, most people would just line him up in a crate, let him get his feeding, put him, if at best, rotate him to one of our 3 different multi-pens we have for pets. But I just don't feel I can do it now because he's looking to be part of the rest of the pack, which is why I'm out here insanely risking like tripping and all sorts of things, walking him. This is the second day I've done this, and at least he's getting real used to cars. And again, I think if we had had Doreen, it wouldn't be that bad because he and Doreen could play with each other a lot, and then I would be doing what I was doing, which was about 3-4 times a day, letting him walk around the yard and have training and individual time and show practice. That's fine. But now it's just like I'm basically having to have him everywhere, and he gets a little nap time, but it's like having an infant, and it's brutal. So anyway, but I adore him to pieces, and I love the people he's going to, so I can't wait to meet them. But I feel like I already know him. Sometimes you just get a great sense about the sincerity of people also, and I've gotten better even at paying attention to my intuition, which was always one of my stronger gifts. But I'm happy about that. But anyway, look at our 3, and I'll give him a goodie in a minute. And so yeah, Mr. Fantastic, they're not going to call him that anymore. They decided it would just be too long, and I can't say I blame them. And as I told them, I don't usually get controlling on the name choices, but that does fit him, maybe because we've called him it so long, and when he was supposed to be called Reed. So I asked him maybe they could think about a superhero name, and I personally love Flash for him since Ivan became Ivan, and he's very flashy, and they might like that. But if not, they're looking at a couple different names. So all right, I'm going to turn it off because he's going to bug Asher again. Good boy, Ash. Hold on.